What's the simplest way to overcome fear? Not to run from it, but to face it head on. In psychology, they call it exposure therapy. The more you're introduced to the thing that scares you, the less impact it has on you. The result? You're transformed. But in order to live the life of our dreams, we have to face our greatest fears. Famed mythologist Joseph Campbell says, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." Nowhere do we see this illustrated more clearly than in stories. The greatest stories happen not when the character faces little fear, but when they face their greatest fears. Storytelling expert Brian McDonald says, "Find that one thing your character would rather die than do and make them do it." Check out these movie examples taken from his book, Invisible Ink. Jaws. The main character in Jaws is a man named Martin Brody. His biggest fear? Water and sharks. Where do you put a man afraid of water and sharks to transform him? You put him in the middle of the ocean with the biggest shark that ever lived. Indiana Jones. What's his biggest fear? Snakes. Where do you put a man who's deathly afraid of snakes so he can conquer his fear? You put him in a pit with thousands of snakes. To get the prize he seeks, he has to face his greatest fear. And finally, Finding Nemo. Marlin the father desperately tries to keep his son safe by never letting Nemo out of his sight, keeping him close to home. What would be his father's biggest fear? In the movie, his son is taken away into the ocean. This is the father's worst nightmare. But in the end, he's transformed. You get the picture. Just remember, in order to live the life of our dreams, we have to face our greatest fears. And anytime you face your fear, you're transformed. Conquer any fear. Live your dreams.